I welcome Kamalji. Thank you very much for joining us, sparing your time. So please carry on.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Manish, and everybody who's involved in this organizing.
Yeah.
As I told
Kamalji,
Sorry.
just a minute. When the student, it's a matter of great pride. First of all, alumni, and you are risen to such a high post. And secondly, you are feeling such an excitement and enthusiasm while meeting your juniors. These juniors are 35 years down the line, and then too you are having a connect with them. Shows the, I mean to say, working culture and the ethos of our institute. The same, I must tell you, whenever is the 10th AIP alumni interaction program we are having in this session. And when I happen to meet an alumni of ours, they are having such a close connect with the students, and it's wonderful to have.
Thank you, Manish. As I was sharing a few minutes back that I'm very happy today. And before getting into the boring part of the presentation, let me tell the reason why I'm very happy. See, you are not successful unless your family believes you are successful. So when you get invited to this AIP program, then you said, yes, now my people believe I have done something. And today, actually, I have become successful. Till now, I was only trying to be so. घर में इज्जत मिलना सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात होता है. So thanks, Manish, for giving me that honor. It beats all the awards I have received in my life so far.
Sir, we are proud of you. We are proud of you. You are high position. I mean, say you are a star of mechanical engineering department. And whenever I talk to you, you are so open and humble. And मेरे को लगता है सीनियर से और जो इतनी से बात कर रहा हूँ. और
coincidentally, I am from electrical.
IME का student है, MTech IME. I must tell you, all the students who are at present online, Harshit, if I am correctly remembering his name, he has joined STEAG, and whenever he calls me, he is praising the company. That is, the working environment of STEAG is very good. Maybe because of your leadership there, I must attribute that to you also. Maybe because of you have developed working culture there, that a student who has joined on to an institute, to a company, and that too is praising the culture there. Hats off to you. And if you are able to convey that feeling, what is the corporate culture, what the corporate demands from these students, it will be so nice of you, sir.
Thanks, Manish, but actually I will not take any credit for the culture of the organization, because this is a 20 plus years old company, and I have joined only a few months back. So it is my predecessors, the founders, who actually created the culture and the structure that we have. So credit goes to them. I am only reaping the benefits of the hard work they have done. And of course, I will add my own flavor to it. And let's see that STEAG should remain one of the best companies in the country. So if you permit now, I will like to go over to my presentation, because it will also take some time.
Sure, sir.
And
please
I also
go ahead.
want to leave some space for question and answers later. Though this is my first attempt at Google Meet, so it may take a couple of seconds for me to get going. Please bear with me. Manish, can you confirm if you are able to see something from my screen right now?
At present, I am not able to see. If
What
any
you
other
should
student
see
is
is a black
able,
screen.
yeah, now I can see you presenting. Yeah, now I can see the
Good.
screen.
Fine. So let me begin. So I remember that in the communication which you had sent, you wanted me to share my journey with everybody. And honestly, my journey started very badly. I had failed in my final year sessionals. I will not go into details. And that year, our session was already delayed by 10 months because of anti-Mandal agitation movement. All universities, colleges were closed sine die. And then, because I failed in the sessionals, that delayed my career for passing out by further 8 months. So, while I should have passed out in June 1990, actually passed out in December 91. And then, of course, it's not always easy to get your first jobs. But in that period, I must say one of my close friends' father helped me, and I was employed by Neelam Chemicals Jaipur, where I worked till I got my next step. Then I joined R.A. Podar Institute of Management in Jaipur. If some of you remember, 6th December 1992, Babri Masjid happened. 7th December, riots broke out. This institute, again, the institute was closed sine die. And in any case, I was not enjoying it. So I joined RACB, Alwar. Luckily for me, within 30 days of joining RACB, I got a call from Indian Petrochemicals Corporation Limited, a Navratna PSU. And so in 52 days, I left RACB also and joined Indian Petrochemicals at Nagothane in Maharashtra. I treat IPCL as my first regular job. After ECK, as RTU was known at that time, Engineering College Kota, IPCL has been my second alma mater. Whatever I am reaping today, those seeds were sowed in IPCL. That is where actually I became an engineer. Before that, I was just an engineering graduate. I spent 12 years there working as a maintenance engineer for electrical. A fantastic township life. Besides my work, that township and the officers club therein gave me an opportunity to develop myself on all non-work fronts as well. So I managed this officers club for 8 years. So I learned management. We used to organize big events. I learned project management. In this, you don't have any official position. It's a voluntary work. It's an honorary work. You don't get paid for it. But still you have to take care of 600 families, which involved interacting with management, which involved handling the budgets. It involved thinking about people proactively. So on non-technical side, our IPCL MGCC Officers Club was my school, and in the technical side, it was the plant. So the foundation in reality was laid at IPCL. We did drama, we did like everything that you can expect in a rich township like that, we did. And of course, I built, can say, lifelong relationships. Then my daughter was growing up, she was 4. I felt she deserved better schooling, which was not possible in that remote area, where their nearest cinema hall was 35 kilometers through jungles. I moved to Mumbai and joined Bureau Veritas Industrial Services. That was my first introduction to a multinational company. Learned instrumentation also besides electrical. That was another addition. And the biggest addition to my life from Bureau Veritas was, in IPCL in 12 years, I didn't travel for 12 days. Whereas in Bureau Veritas, 20 days in a month, I was traveling around. So that fear of traveling vanished. During Bureau Veritas, I met a near fatal accident in which 22 people died. 30% of India's oil production came down. And for some hours, I didn't know whether I will live or not. And my wife, for 26 hours, did not know I am alive or not. After we could speak after 26 hours of that accident. That incident taught me the importance of safety. That incident, although in IPCL also I had seen many accidents and many deaths, but it had not touched me personally. But this is an incident which was very close. At one moment it felt that in 10 minutes it's time to die. And I had started calculating insurance कितना है, बैंक में कितना है, घर का कीमत कितना है, कल से बीवी बच्चों का खर्चा कैसे चलेगा, all those concerns. That incident also told me how an organization must respond in case of disaster. Thank God to ONGC, Pawan Hans, Shipping Corporation, and so many others that I am alive today. And almost 360 people survived that accident, 355. 22 people could not. But then in 2006, my life took a turn. Unexpectedly, unplanned. I got a call from Siemens from an office located in Kharghar, Navi Mumbai. Coincidentally, Kharghar was the exact place where I used to live. I used to see this office every day from my house or going out every day. And in at least a radius of 10 odd kilometers, there was no other office. It's a residential area. One day my daughter, at her age of 5 years, she had once asked, Papa, आपको इस ऑफिस में admission नहीं मिल सकता है क्या? She understood school admission. So that's the term she used. And I said, पता नहीं. And as luck would have it, शायद बच्चों के मुंह से भगवान बोलता है. So I got a call from Siemens Mumbai. And the question was, will you be interested in working with Siemens Kharghar? And my immediate response was, when do I have to join? The consultant was a bit surprised that I didn't even tell you the job profile. And you are saying, when do I have to join? I said, see, living in Mumbai, if you get a job at 1 kilometer from your house, it's heaven. And for an electrical engineer working with Siemens, there can't be nothing better than that. It's the #1 company in the world in this field. And when I was born, I knew nothing. So everything I learned after that only. So what is that Siemens would be doing that I cannot learn? So I am interested. And within 28 days from there, or 29 days exactly, I was in Siemens Kharghar. When my interview had happened, I didn't even know what position they have called me for. So after the interview was done, everything, I cleared the first round. Then I asked them, at least tell me the position you are evaluating me for. And then I was told that Siemens wants to get into maintenance services business. Seriously, they are there since '93, but they've never paid attention to it. But now the market is changing, demand is changing, customers' expectations are changing. So far the business is being handled by EPC people, engineering, procurement, construction people, as additional responsibility, but now they feel that somebody with hardcore maintenance background should lead the business. And since 12 years I had done maintenance in IPCL, in electrical itself, and Siemens being an electrical company, they found me a right fit. In the second round, everything settled. It got stuck at one point. And you don't know marketing. And a business head has to know marketing and sales. And this is a business head position. And you don't know marketing. I said, I know marketing. You can't say that. But you have no experience of working in marketing. I said, that is right. I don't have experience of working in marketing, but I know marketing. So then the business unit head asked, when you don't have experience of marketing, how can you say you know marketing? I said, yes, I got married. In arranged marriage, you get 10 minutes to convince somebody to spend her whole life with you. What more critical do you want me to sell? The answer may sound stupid, but somehow they liked it, and I landed up in that job. Why I shared this incident in particular is that in most of the situations, you should have capability to think on your feet. You will always have some disadvantage. हम तो कोई भी perfect नहीं है. In that I don't have experience in marketing was a fact, and I could not have denied it. But I had to overcome that disadvantage, that disability, if you can call it, for that position's perspective. So this humor, or presence of mind, thinking on the feet, whatever you call it, worked, and I ended up there. Possibly being a Sindhi, business was in my blood, or my surname Shevaramani means descendant of Shevaram. Shevaram means somebody who serves. This was service business. So whether it was because of that or whatever efforts I put, this business became a super hit in Siemens. I had taken over that business with 8 crores turnover, and 8 crores as order intake and 5.5 crores as turnover. And in 5 years, I took it to 120 crores order intake and 65 crores of turnover. So 13 times growth in 5 years. It was appreciated a lot, and I got 2 awards, one at global level and then one at national level. I got 2 promotions. My salary went up 3.5 times, which is very rapid. And then somebody from Siemens went to ThyssenKrupp, some senior person, and ThyssenKrupp decided to get into maintenance business, maintenance outsourcing business. And this guy, since he knew me, he gave me a chance to join ThyssenKrupp in Pune to start this maintenance business for them. I'm an electrical engineer from petrochemicals background. And ThyssenKrupp Pune was into mining, material handling, power plants, sugar, cement, industries about which I didn't even know the spelling properly. Siemens is an electrical company, ThyssenKrupp is a mechanical company. In many projects, ThyssenKrupp and Siemens collaborate as mechanical and electrical partners. So again, a big change, moving to a totally different type of industry, different type of strength. And the worst part was, initially it looked like that while ThyssenKrupp was planning to enter into maintenance outsourcing business, the verticals they used to serve have moved to operation and maintenance outsourcing. And the whole team which I created in the beginning was from maintenance background. When we went to the customers, they used to ask questions in operations and we used to reply in maintenance language. And we were thrown out always. The first inquiry came from 52nd customer I visited. First 51 did not even give us an inquiry. And that clicked. We learned operations hard way, mostly from our customers only, or from our commissioning engineers. And that business again became super hit in ThyssenKrupp. Today they do 400 crores turnover for that business. What I started with zero. And then soon, within 6 months, I became head of all the services, not only maintenance outsourcing. Once the first order came in 13 months, almost every quarter we were getting an order, which is a big success for that kind of business. And then somebody in Germany noticed that India is doing very good, whereas they were struggling with that business. They had been able to sell only one order in the rest of the world, whereas we sold 10 already in India. So then I was invited to move to Germany in April 2016 as global head of this O&M business for 2 verticals, mining and cement, which I was handling in India. Then within 6 months, ThyssenKrupp Germany went into a restructuring and 5 business units were merged. So in the merged entity, I became deputy head as well as the product manager. So world over, how this business will be done was my responsibility, besides business development, consulting, sales, etc. And then somebody in STIAG, which coincidentally has a headquarters in the same city where ThyssenKrupp had, noticed, and the MD of the Indian operations was retiring. And they were looking for somebody who understands O&M business reasonably well, because that's our 90% business in India, out of our 5 portfolios. And then I ended up here last October as MD and CEO. If you look at these steps closely, you will find that where I started from and where I ended up is very different. I have always been in industry space, and now I am in energy space. Big change. I was an electrical maintenance engineer, but in Bureau Veritas, I learned electrical and instrumentation. In Siemens, started with electrical, added instrumentation, added mechanical, took over business of energy optimization, took over business of reliability improvement as things moved. ThyssenKrupp, I already told you, totally different vertical. ThyssenKrupp Germany, the scale was suddenly huge. I served 44 countries while I was there, 26 type of industries. So my knowledge or awareness, at least, was continuously evolving. I didn't tie myself to any industry, any discipline, any function, or even city. So I was totally mobile in all dimensions. And if somebody asks me what is the biggest secret of my success, I will call this mobility. मैं तो फेल हो गया था क्लास में, तो उस हिसाब से I must be among the last persons in the batch. But possibly now I am among the top 10. And much more capable people than me could not make it large because they tied themselves down. मुझे यही काम करना है. I want to be in this city only or this state only. So they had lot of onlys. I want to do this only. I want to be like this only. I want to have this function only. So the more onlys you have in your life, more restricted your career growth is. So if you really want to grow, you have to keep adding, you have to keep evolving, you have to keep mutating almost. Like we see this coronavirus does. Keep changing your form, keep reinventing yourself. Then only you can succeed. Oh, that's my experience, at least. It worked for me. So last 30 years, there have been lot of twists, turns, ups and downs. Not everywhere I succeeded. It started with a big bang failure. But each step taught me something. Each step had something to add to me. And I built upon it. So when I look back in life, then it looks like the joining the dots concept, that everything happened to bring me here. Whatever good or bad happened was for a purpose. So one more topic which I was told you people want to know, what are the ingredients of success? How do people become successful? First of all, success doesn't come overnight, and success doesn't happen because of one factor. Some factor will contribute at some time, some factor will contribute at other time. But it's always a combination, a harmonious combination of several factors which makes you successful. The first and foremost is ambition. Without ambition, we are nothing. Some of you are doing BTech, some of you are doing MBA, some of you are doing MTech. But if you remember when you were planning to get into BTech, you had an ambition, मुझे engineer बनना है. For whatever reason, नहीं बना तो इज्जत खराब हो जाएगी, और करने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, इंजीनियर किया तो नौकरी मिल जाएगी, मेरा पापा भी इंजीनियर है, भैया भी इंजीनियर है. I don't know whatever was the reason for you to become an engineer, but you had a goal that you want to be an engineer, and that's why you are where you are. If you didn't have that ambition, nothing would have happened. If I look at my career of 30 years, the turning point of my career is 2002, October 2002. Kamal of before October 2002 and Kamal of after October 2002 are two different people. Up to October 2002, I used to have short-term goals. वो goal achieve, engineering में आ गया, that was the goal, and then drifted. And that resulted in my failure in sessionals. कोई sessionals में नहीं fail होता जब तक आप पंगे ना लो. Then किसी तरह पास होना है, पास हुए. किसी तरह जॉब मिलना है, IPCL मिल गया और ACB मिल गया. Then again drifted. But in October 2002, because of a series of 3 events which happened almost simultaneously, I learned the value of long-term goal. The statement which I will make next may not appeal to many of you if you are not married, but at least Anand and Manish will be able to appreciate it, and maybe a couple of more. That the biggest victim of your failure are your children. When you succeed, your children benefit the most. When you fail, your children suffer the most, without having any contribution in that. That realization gave me a long-term vision, long-term goal. And the goal which I adopted at that time was that my daughter was 2 years old at that time, and that when she grows, she should be able to study in the top 200 universities in the world in a field of her choice, and my affordability should not be a constraint in that. At that time, my take-home salary used to be 20,000 rupees when I saw this goal or fixed this goal. Today, I pay her 3 lakh rupees every month on an average to take care of her education and living expenses in United Kingdom. That was the magic of that ambition. Because when you have a long-term audacious goal and you take ownership of it, the responsibility for it, you're not waiting for others to realize it for you. You want to do it on your own. You start working on your competence. I invested a lot of time on developing myself, because I knew that the kind of competence I had, the kind of qualification I had, will not get me this kind of money. I am not from a rich family के पिताजी पैसा छोड़ देंगे. The next thing you start doing is form a strategy. How will you reach where you want to reach? And that's how in 2003 we bought a house in Navi Mumbai. 2004 we shifted. 2005 I changed the job. When this opportunity of getting into Siemens in a business role, which I had never done before, came up, I accepted it. Because that was my path to liberation. The liberation from shortage to abundance. I did some courses. Landmark education was very important, which I did at that time. Transformed me a lot. And when the goal is long term, it gives you tenacity. Sticking to it. Keep doing what you have to. I am not saying what I did is something unique, only I did. Anybody who has succeeded in life would have done something similar. The goal can be different. And the biggest factor that helps you in success and extraordinary success is the kind of team you build. Team is not the people who work under you. Team are the people who work for you. This person who took me from Siemens to ThyssenKrupp because he knew me. He is part of my team. I didn't go to him asking for a job. He found that job and found me suitable for him, so he gave me that opportunity. The person who took me to Germany, I didn't ask him for a job in Germany. He noticed, he found that there is a potential and I can be useful. He took me. If we moved from 5 crores to 65 crores turnover or 8 crores to 120 crores of order intake, it was not only because of me. There was a big team of 1600 people working behind it. Or even today, while I am talking to you, my team is working to make this company more successful. Then, as I told you, cement was a new industry for me. So who do you talk to? Vinay Saxena, who's a plant head of a cement plant. यार विनय सीमेंट में क्या क्या होता है. When I was moving to Stiag, who did I call? Vivek Mathur, plant head of a power plant. यार विवेक, पावर प्लांट में क्या होता है, मेरे पास एक जॉब ऑफर आया है. These were new verticals. You know, we were talking about information security. Who did I call? Rahul Gupta, who is business head of cyber security for Undertaking, UL. I'm sorry, missing the name. I think Undertaker's Laboratory Incorporated. They are all team. These are the people I can rely upon. These are the people I can call upon. Or when I was in ThyssenKrupp, Germany, and we were from mining and cement vertical, we were entering into the remaining 3 business units which were related to chemical industries. And I needed some input. Who did I call? My old colleagues in IPCL. सर मेरे को ये लैब सेटअप करना है, क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा. सर मेरे को ये वाला टास्क है, उसमें कैसे करते हैं. Because they were the experts of that field. But I knew who were those experts. And I could call them. Get their input. Then in Siemens, from electrical company, we were transforming into electromechanical outsourcing with heightened need for safety. My ex-HODs of mechanical, electrical, instrumentation and safety, who coincidentally retired at the same time, I hired all 4 of them as consultants. And if 4 vice presidents of Reliance are on your consulting team and you take them with you to the customer, people listen to you. So I did not know everything. but I knew people who helped me who knew a lot. अगर वो 4 HOD मेरे पास नहीं आते, we wouldn't have succeeded in Siemens the way we did. So it is very important that you build a strong team. See, the future will happen in future, but it will be decided today. Every choice that you make. Some of you chose to participate in this discussion, might help you. Some people chose not to participate, though communication went to them also. They may lose something, or maybe they may be doing something better than this. But this choice which you all have made will have impact on your future every day. I chose to lose focus from my studies in final year, and I suffered for it. I chose to have short-term goals till 2002. It had its effect. And in 2002, I chose to have a long-term goal, a goal with which I could emotionally connect, a goal of which I took the ownership. And I am here where I am. Life is created by the choices we make. Someday you had taken a choice to become an engineer. So this is where you are. You could have chosen to be a doctor, or you could have chosen to be a Panwadi, I don't know. But in this whole game, the centerpiece is competence. People born with golden spoon, I don't talk about them. But 99% of us succeed in proportion to our competence. How good we are, how much we are willing to grow it. It is said that you grow in life up to your level of incompetence. You are good. If you are competent for level A, you go to level B. You are competent for level B, you go to level C. You are competent in level C, you go to level D. And then if you are incompetent for level D, that's the end of it. You grow only that much. So it's a continuous endeavor to increase your competence for level D, level E, level F, level G, H, I, J, K, whatever, 26 alphabets. And then A, A, B, whatever. How high you can take your competence, and that much you can defer your level of incompetence. And that's how much you will grow. And the foundation of competence is knowledge. So competence and knowledge are two different things. This is the slide I will spend maximum time upon. So coincidentally, my favorite number is 3, because this universe is built of 3s. 3 is the basic shape. Before triangle, there is no shape. There are 3 dimensions. There are 3 primary colors. There are 3 gods, 3 worlds. Even in Christianity, there are Holy Trinity. In Muslims, they have the 786. Total is 21, which is 3 states of matter. So 3 is a very, very prominent word, and those of you who have learned theory of structures, triangle is the strongest structure. Wherever you want to impart strength, build a triangle. It will be strong. So that's why my favorite number is 3, and I try to fix everything into 3s. So when you say knowledge, what does it mean? Does knowledge only mean marks? Does knowledge only mean engineering? I'll try to give you general definitions. You can apply it to whatever field you want to. Knowledge comprises of 6 questions. The first question is why. Why are we doing what we are doing? What do we want to achieve from doing this? So if you are participating in this discussion, why? If you have your why, you know that part. Why am I doing this? There is a purpose behind it. The second meaning of why is the cause. Whatever is happening or not happening, why? Nothing happens on its own. There is always a cause behind it. The second question is what. And what has again 2 meanings. First is the meaning itself. What does this mean? So you come across a term which you don't understand. What does it mean? You have to try to find out. Many times we come across anagrams, abbreviations, and we don't understand what does it mean, but we use it without understanding it properly. So first thing is, what does it mean? And second meaning of what is, if this happens or does not happen, what will be the effect? Just like there's always a cause for everything, everything has an effect. Sitting here in this program will have an effect. Not sitting here in program will have an effect. Positive, negative, depends how you see it. But there will be an effect, a result. Third question is how. What is the process? What are the sequential steps? What are the quality gates? Where are the decision points? How this cause is linked to the effect. And then there's always a right way of doing something, a procedure. If you want to move from our college campus to Dadabadi, you have to follow a route. If you take any other route, either it will take you much more time or you will never reach there. So likewise at work, in life, everything has a procedure. If some of you know cooking, even if I give you all the ingredients, if you don't process them in a right procedure, you cannot get the pakoda or paratha or whatever you want to make. You will end up making something else or spoiling it. Third question is when. Everything has a right time. Everything has a right sequence at which other factors should act. So at a long span, it's planning. You have annual plan, monthly plan, 5-year plan. And you have scheduling, short term. पहला step क्या करेंगे, दूसरा step क्या करेंगे. So you have daily plan, hourly plan, shift wise plan, weekly schedule, hourly schedule, daily schedule, weekly schedule. The short term is schedule, which is more detailed. Long term is plan, which is more macro level. Or you have level 1, level 2, level 3 plans. So the higher the level, more details added to it. It's very important part of your knowledge. Then where, which is the right place to do that activity? Because that decides the kind of resources you need. That help, and then coupled with plan and resources, you can do the organizing. These are all part of your knowledge. So even to do this small event, a lot of organizing must have gone in it, that Abhishek and Manish would have done. Down to the detail to bring Anand, who's my classmate, who I was happy to see. And then who? What is the competence required to do this job? Not everybody can do everything, or not everybody is equally good at something. So you should know what is the competence required to do this, and who is the competent person, who is the right person who can do it. आप मुझे प्लेन चलाने को दे देंगे तो या तो जमीन से उठेगा नहीं या उठते ही गिर जाएगा या सामने का दीवार में भिड़ जाएगा. not my competence. No matter how big I talk. You give me a normal car, I can drive it very well. These 6 questions comprise your knowledge. And you can apply this 6 questions to any damn thing in your life. Then a question often asked and asked by Manish also is, what kind of skills do we need? Again, I will give you answers which are general and can be applied to any situation. One skill you should have is analytical skill. Whether big data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, they are all forms of analytics. Financial analysis, management analysis, technical analysis, whatever. And for an engineer, since most of you are technical people, and if you are in MBA, then there as well. Analytical skill is your base. That is what will differentiate you from others. That is what will help you do your job. Second is technical skill. How to exactly do these things. So the definition of skill is ability to apply knowledge. That's the definition of skill. So this procedure, how, the process, how knowing is one thing and how applying it and doing is the technical skill. So if an accountant is keeping accounts, it is his technical skill because that's related to his profession. A teacher teaching, that is his technical skill. An engineer doing something so-called technical work, that is his technical skill. A doctor treating a patient, diagnosing, or a surgeon doing surgery, that is his technical skill. So technical skill is the ability to do what you have to do. And the combination of analytical and technical skills is what gives you design skills. Ability to formulate solutions. When you are given a problem or challenge or an assignment. इसको करें कैसे? That is where that knowledge of why and what plays a big role. What's the cause, what's the effect? If I do like this, what will happen? If I don't do like this, what will happen? If I do it some differently, what will happen? What might be causing the problem? So if that's called root cause analysis. If you do that root cause analysis, you can create right solutions. If you can do FMECA, failure mode effects and criticality analysis, you can anticipate problems and create a system in a way that those problems will not occur itself. Before going to the next skill, let me tell you one very interesting incident. I think we do have a lot of time still. So 2001, 28th December, I somehow remember dates of good events. So I was planning for a job change and I was attending an interview. And that this company had a very strange kind of system. So one technical interview, then HR interview, then another technical interview, another HR interview, like that. So the 8th interview of the day, evening 7:30, was with the plant head. So he called me and said that, Mr. Kamal, I know you are from IPCL, I know IPCL recruitment process, all India test, this, that. So if you are from IPCL, you cannot be bad. And I also know our recruitment process. So this is your 8th interview of the day. So you must be good. So I will not ask you a lot of questions. I will ask you only 2 questions. Are you okay with that? As if I had a choice, I could have said, no, ask me 10 questions. So I said, okay, sir, if it's 2, then 2. Which means every question had a 50% weightage. So now this guy's first question was very interesting question, and I will like at least 1 or 2 of you to attempt an answer to that. So I told him, sir, he asked me, Mr. Kamal, how much pressure can you handle? Will any one of you try to give an answer to this? How much pressure can you handle? 20 years back this happened, 28th December 2001. Yeah, somebody please try this. It's very interesting question. At least मेरा तो life का तब का most perplexing question था. Manish, will you like to volunteer anybody?
Sure, sir. मैं मानता हूँ कि I think Abhishek, are you on this meeting?
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो अभिषेक आप आंसर करें इस क्वेश्चन का. हाउ मच प्रेशर कैन यू हैंडल, या कोई अपना रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल से एक्सप्लेन करें हाउ मच प्रेशर यू हैंडल इफ यू हैव सम पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट्स.
Sir, actually, I can share an experience from my last year. As so, actually, in 2019, actually, there is a campus drive going on in our institute of IBM. And actually, sir, at that time, in management team, actually, I was the only person from volunteer team. So, and there are, I think, about 11 and 12 different institute of our state that participated on that drive. So about 300 and 400 students, and they didn't know anything about our campus, like where we go to, print anything, where is the canteen, and they all are, asking each and everything from me. So, and also there are the HR team of IBM, and they are also, connected with me for anything help through from the institute. So at that time, sir, I feel the highest amount of pressure that I felt, sir.
Okay. Good, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abhishek, for sharing your experience. Although it will be unfortunate for us, but any other student who had gone through any extreme pressure during this COVID time, if he can.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I didn't feel such pressure in the COVID time, but I felt pressure during 2016. Sir, can I share my experience?
Yes, of course. That's the intention.
Yeah, sir, when I am about to give my class 12th board exam, so on 5th of March 2016, there was a there is my physics paper, but on 4th of March at 10 p.m. I think my stomach is paining very much. So I went to the hospital and they said that you have to admit here for the 2 days. So I said that no, tomorrow is my physics paper. So they take me in the hospital and they give me some medicines and injections also. So at about 4 a.m. they released me from the hospital, sir. So I came from there and I felt so much pressure that, sir, I couldn't revise the physics because tomorrow is my paper at 10 a.m. What can I do there or what can I not? So, sir, at that time I felt so much pressure during my physics paper, and I went to the room examination hall and I attempted the paper with pressure and and there is my confidence also. So, sir, in that paper I secure 70 marks, and I think that pressure is the most pressure I felt during that time, sir.
Good. Thank you very much to both of you for sharing this.
Thank you.
Coincidentally, my interpretation of his question was that he's talking about work situation, like how much pressure can I handle in work situation, and not what I have handled. But at that time, it was quick, like though speaking takes a lot of time, but you have to think very quickly. That's where that analytical skill thing came in. That I said, if this guy has asked this strange type of question, he's expecting some typical answer. Most of the people say as much as required, I can handle whatever the work demands, I can handle, I can give my 100% and all that. Those standard answers he's not expecting, this plant head. And I thought, what is his responsibility? What is his deliverable? So his deliverable is profit for this company. So if I can link what I do with profits, that will appeal him. And this is happening in split seconds. And I told him, sir, I have handled a pressure of 110,000 rupees per hour. So I believe I can handle more. So then this fellow said, what do you mean 110,000 rupees per hour? How can pressure be measured in rupees? I said, see, I am a maintenance engineer and I come under pressure only when my plant is down. And my plant, where I was posted, contributes 22% of the turnover of the company. And when my plant is down, my company loses a profit of 110,000 rupees per hour. That whole pressure comes on my head. So that pressure I have handled, I can possibly handle more. And he really liked it. And he said that in his life, at least till then, first time he found an engineer who can link his work to company's performance. Company's performance is profitability. I did not know at that time that unknowingly I was telling him the concept of effect of poor reliability, cost of poor reliability, cost of poor maintenance. That I didn't know, because that concept had been published only recently. But having not read it also, I could think in that line, and that was the result of analytical thing. And my quick mathematics and all that, as engineers we are all good at calculations, so I could do that very fast. So in 1 second this whole thing happened. Then his second question was, what is the difference between an engineer, a good engineer, and a successful engineer? Engineer, good engineer, and successful engineer. Can somebody attempt to answer this, please? Manish, I will again have to ask you to nominate somebody as volunteer.
Sir, may I?
Okay, sir, sure. Sure.
सर इंजीनियर केवल सर अपना वर्क करेगा जाके कंपनी में.
ठीक है.
सर गुड इंजीनियर सर टीम भी लीड कर सकता है अपने वर्क के साथ में. ओके.
ठीक है.
और सर जो सक्सेसफुल इंजीनियर है उसमें स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होगी सर. मतलब वो अपने काम के साथ साथ सर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को ऐसे रिलेट कर पाएगा जैसे सर कोई नहीं कर सकता सर टीम में. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अभी आपने एग्जांपल बताया कि हमारे कंपनी को अगर मैं सही से काम नहीं करूंगा तो इतना नुकसान हो सकता है. तो सर वो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का मतलब एग्जांपल है. सो सर वही यही एक डिफरेंस है सर इंजीनियर एंड सक्सेसफुल इंजीनियरिंग.
Thank you very much. Very interesting answer. Anybody else? One more volunteer, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I want to say that if good engineer have all the...
What is engineer? Engineer, good engineer, and successful engineer.
Yes, sir. Sir, like we have to differentiate both third or good or successful.
No. Engineer, good engineer, and successful engineer. You have to define all the three.
Sir, engineer is a person who can solve problem. And good engineer is a person who have all the knowledge and capable of solving problems. And successful engineer is who have the knowledge but he know how to apply and where to apply it, implement its knowledge.
Excellent. I wish I was as smart as you all are at your age. Thank you very much. Both of you have given wonderful answer. But the answer which I gave based on my understanding was That an engineer is somebody who knows everything about his area. So I am, as a electrical maintenance engineer of LLDP plant, I should know everything about that area. A good engineer is one who understands the interface and interaction of his discipline with other disciplines and effect of those disciplines on his discipline. So effect of mechanical on electrical, effect of process on electrical, effect of instrumentation on electrical, effect of HR, finance, material, logistics, everybody on his performance, and manage it accordingly. But we never work in isolation. We are always interfacing and interacting with other disciplines. And successful engineer is one who can convince others that he is successful. He is a good engineer. Because whatever you get in life is given to you by somebody else except suicide. Be it our birth, be it our education, be it recognition as successful, be it marriage, whatever you get in life is given to you by somebody else when they believe you deserve it. So this ability to communicate and convince others is what makes you successful. And most of the time, the difference between good and successful is communication. How well you can communicate. Right things at the right time in a right way. Effective communication. People should do what you say, not only understand what you are saying. They should do what you are saying. And that fellow got up from his chair, came across the table, asked me to stand up and hugged me. बोले यार इतना बढ़िया आंसर मेरे को लाइफ में किसी ने नहीं दिया. So this analytical skill, communication skill, these are all skills which help you. And when we are talking about team, you cannot build a team unless you are a good people person. Your people skills are not good. You don't succeed only by asking people for help and they helping you. You succeed when people do something beneficial to you even without your knowledge, even without your asking for it. Such people are called sponsors. So how many sponsors do you have? How many people will do what you ask them to do, not only understand what you ask them? How many people will contribute towards your success? Just because you are their boss does not mean they will work for you. They must connect with you. They must, especially Indian culture में जहाँ हम 80% लोग idol worshippers हैं, हमको भगवान को भी एक शक्ल चाहिए. हम तो पूरा हजारों साल मोनार्की में रहे हैं, so power had a face. नेहरू गांधी फैमिली के बिना कांग्रेस कुछ नहीं है आज का तारीख में. पहले भी अटल जी अडवाणी जी के बिना बीजेपी कुछ नहीं थी. आज मोदी शाह के बिना बीजेपी कुछ नहीं है. 95% of our businesses are still family owned businesses, or they have a strong CEO with whom people can connect, like AM Naik of L&T. So unless people can connect with you, or you can connect with people, your success cannot reach its highest scales. So these are the 5 skills which we look for in our people. Analytical skill, by whichever tools, data analytics, artificial intelligence are all tools for analysis. Technical skills, ability to do things. Design skill, ability to create solutions. Communicate and connect with people. But having knowledge and skill is not enough. The third side of the triangle is still vacant. That is your mindset. As I told you, Kamal Kumar of 2000, before 2002, and Kamal Kumar of after 2002 are two different people. What changed in October 2002 is my mindset. Knowledge I already had. I was supposed to be a good engineer. Most of these skills I have had. I told you the story of 2001. And the answers which I gave was not useless. They were not stupid answers. What is important is mindset. What changed for me is mindset. In your class also, among your friends also, you will find that the difference between the topper and the last person is mainly about mindset. The first element of his values. What are your principles that you will adhere to, that you will not compromise on? And another definition of values is what do you value? What is important to you? मेरे लिए फाइनल ईयर में वो सारी फालतू के काम करना आनंद चतुर्वेदी को याद होगा. प्लीज डोंट टेल अदर्स. तो वो चीजें वैल्यू कर रहा था मैं, इंपॉर्टेंट मान रहा था. बट सम वैल्यूज आई स्टिल हैड दैट टाइम व्हिच हैव नॉट येट चेंज्ड. वैल्यूज आर योर फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स. हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी फर्स्ट. I can tell you, you are all engineers, you will go to industry, and today there is huge focus on health and safety. मेरा कंपनी में लोगों को clear instruction है. If somebody is found violating health and safety norms deliberately, not out of ignorance, deliberately and knowingly, that will be his last day in the organization. And as a leader, it's my proclaimed oath that each and every person working for me is on loan to me from his family. It is my moral responsibility to send him or her back every day safe and if possible better. And I am responsible for 7,000 lives. But I cannot save them unless they save themselves. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी के ऊपर. वो जो हम लोग जवानी में ऐसा मोटरसाइकिल ऐसा चलाते हैं, कभी हीरो होंडा के ऊपर, कभी होंडा हीरो के ऊपर, तो ठीक नहीं है. We have to focus on results. We don't have to focus on activities. None of us is hired for activities. Each one of us is hired for some results that we are supposed to produce. You have to think in terms of results, not in terms of processes or activities. They are means to the result. Growth orientation. Never be satisfied with what you are getting or doing. I'm not saying be dissatisfied, but never be satisfied. Be unsatisfied. There's a book also, Stay Foolish, Stay Hungry. Learn more, do more, contribute more, create more, add more value, achieve more. I have seen people who get mentally retired on the day they get their first job. मिल गया job, purpose पूरा हो गया engineering करने का. Only physically they retire at the age of 60. Mentally they retire on that day. And 20 साल बाद आप उनको देखेंगे वो किसी छोटा मोटा पोस्ट पे किसी छोटा मोटा जगह पे पड़ा हुआ. Prioritization, very important. It is closely linked to what you value. What's your first priority? Where should you focus your effort? Where should you focus your time? Where should you focus your attention? You can't do everything. To choose. You can't achieve anything alone, or not much at least. You have to collaborate with people. You have to trust people, and you have to be trustworthy. And collaboration and trust cannot happen unless you think win-win. I also benefit, you also benefit. This program will be successful if I also gain something out of it and you also get something out of it. If only I get, you don't get, it's a flop. If only you get, I don't get, it's a flop. If we both don't get, then it's definitely a flop. The only way for success of this program is if I get something out of it and you get something out of it. What I get something out of it, I already declared in the beginning that today, now I believe I am successful because my alma mater has recognized me. And what is you going to get in it? I have tried my best to think and share what I felt will be beneficial to you. If it is so, then this program will be successful. And you have to keep learning continuously. If we go to that first slide, electrical, then electrical and instrumentation, then electrical plus instrumentation plus mechanical plus energy plus reliability, then 4 new verticals, 3 new businesses. So this learning, a lot of effort goes behind it. I think I would have read more than 2,000 books in last 30 years. At any given time, I am reading 3 books. Any given time. गाड़ी में एक किताब पढ़ी रहती है, घर पे एक किताब पढ़ी रहती है, टीवी के सामने एक बुक किताब पढ़ी रहेगी, किंडल तो ही है, लोगों से बात करके उनसे पूछ के. You have to learn continuously. If these 3 things you can have, you will be competent. But the foundation is knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, no matter how good you are at people or anything else, there is no substance. The substance comes from knowledge. Skills and mindset help you apply that knowledge. Now I come to the last slide. I decided to keep it short. There are some important lessons, the crux of the last 3 slides. And these lessons I have learned from my life through hard way. One big mistake that all of us do, all of us, we compete with our peers at work, at education. हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि एक्चुअली हमारा जो कंपटीशन है वो आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड में बैठा है. Engineering College Kota, or RTU as it is called now, is one of I think 1,000 engineering colleges in the country. We maybe produce 500,000 odd engineers every year. तुम अपना साथ का 50, 100, 500 के साथ नहीं compete कर रहे हो, तुम 5 लाख के साथ compete कर रहे हो. We have to shift our focus, our value. What do we value? Winning against 500 is not important. Winning against the remaining 500,000 is important. As I was giving you examples that when I want to know about cement, I contact Vinay. When I want power plant, I contacted Vivek. When I want to know about cyber security, I contacted Rahul. If I want to know something about pollution, environment, I contact Bhunesh. If I want to know something about fertilizers, I contact Avdesh. They were all my classmates. 30 years हो गया. कल हमको exact 35 years पहले हमने join किया था college. 11 अगस्त 1986. Exact 35 years back. And आज भी वो मेरे सबसे बड़ा रिसोर्स है सारे के सारे. और उस समय हम लड़ रहे थे उनसे आपस में. I don't mind if I come second with 85% marks, but it is better than coming first with 75% marks. मेरे से आज तक इतने सालों में किसी ने नहीं पूछा आप फाइनल ईयर में फेल क्यों हो गए, जबकि उस वक्त मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मेरी जिंदगी खत्म हो गई, करियर खराब हो गया, बर्बाद हो गया. बट आज तक किसी ने नहीं पूछा. अगर मैं किसी को बताऊंगी तो पता भी नहीं चले किसी को. What people look for is what are you bringing on the table, what is your transfer value, what value will you transfer to the organization. आपको जितना ऊपर जाना है लाइफ में उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क बनाइए. एंड आपका बेस्ट नेटवर्क आपके क्लासमेट्स हैं जिनके साथ आप 4 साल बिताएंगे या 6 साल बिताएंगे या whatever. They are your biggest network. Create network outside. Create network with other organizations. Besides your knowledge and everything, your network will define where you will reach. ये जो एल्यूमिनी एसोसिएशंस बनाए जाते हैं, एल्यूमिनी नेटवर्क्स बनाए जाते हैं, काय के लिए है? जस्ट प्योरली फॉर नेटवर्किंग. एट हायर लेवल 90% recruitments happen through referrals. जब मेरा इंटरव्यू हुआ स्टियाग के लिए, so they asked for my referrals. My first boss, Mr. Rakesh Bhargav, I gave his name. My second boss, Mr. Shiva Subramaniam, I gave his name. My third boss, Mr. Prasad, I gave his name. My fourth boss, Dr. Donald Weir, I gave his name. And all four, and I gave names of my 5 customers. Chairman of this company, vice president of this company, president of that company, and they all gave strong referral for me. Had they not done that, I wouldn't have got this job. कोई तरीका नहीं किसी को जज का कि मेरे को जज कर सके what kind of CEO I will make. They ask for references. And the more number of people who talk good about you, who do good for you, that much you will rise in life. Network मतलब नहीं लोगों को दारू पिलाने ले जाना है. That's not network. Network is connecting with people intellectually and if possible emotionally. I'm not talking only about friends, I'm talking about professional network. And the last and most important piece of advice I have for you all is the most critical choice you will ever make is where and how to invest or spend or waste your time. हमने कई शामें छावनी चौराहे पे मौसम्बी का जूस पीते हुए बिताई है. Honestly, I don't know whether it ever helped me in life. वही टाइम थोड़ा किताबों के साथ बिताया होता तो हालत थोड़ी अलग होती. So this is all I have to say from my side. All the best to all of you. And we still have time, and I will be happy to take any questions if you people have it.
Okay, sir. Sir, my name is Dhindri Sharma, and I'm from second year Electronics and Communication Engineering branch. So, sir, we have some questions for you.
Yes,
so
please.
First question is,
Please don't miss this opportunity and ask whatever questions related to this.
Yes, sir, Manish, of course, sir. Sir, the first question is, in your job, what kind of pressure you encountered on the daily basis, and how did you react on it, and how your company tackled the challenges during COVID?
आपने 3-4 क्वेश्चन एक साथ पूछ लिए तो आंसर देना थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा. एक-एक क्वेश्चन करके पूछिए.
Okay, sir.
भले 4 बार में पूछिए, बट एक-एक करके पूछिए.
Actually, there are so many questions, so I have just merged them. Okay, sir.
No, don't merge. Difficult to remember. जब तक मैं पहला क्वेश्चन का आंसर फिनिश करूंगा, चौथा क्वेश्चन भूल चुका हूँगा.
Okay, sir. Okay.
है ना? इसलिए आप एक-एक करके क्वेश्चन पूछिए. हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है. 12 बजे तक टाइम है. अभी 11:25 हुआ है. We have 35 minutes. Don't be in a hurry.
Okay, sir.
पहला क्वेश्चन.
So the question is, in your job, what kind of pressure you encountered on the daily basis?
Yes. See, मेरा पहला जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, ये पहले मैं इसको थोड़ा एक स्टेप पीछे लेकर जाता हूँ इस आंसर को. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आई मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड हु आर माई स्टेक होल्डर्स एंड व्हाट आर माई डिलीवरेबल्स टू ऑल ऑफ देम. माई फर्स्ट स्टेक होल्डर इज माई शेयर होल्डर, द पर्सन और द कंपनी who has invested money in this organization to set up this company. पैसा डाला है, कई 100 करोड़ रुपए डाले. They are my first stakeholder. So मेरा पहला रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है उनको बराबर और अमाउंट में और बराबर टाइम पे डिविडेंड मिलना चाहिए. सेकेंड स्टेक होल्डर मेरा है मेरे एम्प्लॉइज, जिन्होंने मेरे कंपनी के ऊपर ट्रस्ट करके मुझे ज्वाइन किया है. दे बिलीव दैट विथ मी और विथ माई कंपनी दे विल गेट अ गुड करियर, दे विल बी सेफ. मैं आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, कोई भी एक जना आंसर दीजिएगा उसका, या सब एक साथ दे सकते हैं, दैट विल बी इवन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग। एवरीबडी अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एज सून एज यू लिसन टू द आंसर, यू हैव टू से गिव, as soon as you listen to the question, you have to give the answer. Okay, everybody unmute so that quick answer आना चाहिए. Everybody unmute. Everybody. And now please listen to the question. Suppose आपको पता चले कि जिस में आप जा रहे हैं, बात मत कीजिए, और अगर एक दिन में एक से ज्यादा लोग हैं तो बंद कर दीजिए, तो आई एम हियरिंग इको। अगर एक साथ एक से ज्यादा लैपटॉप है, ठीक है, देन सब लोग वापस म्यूट कर दीजिए, कोई बात नहीं, वापस म्यूट कर दीजिए, फिर आंसर दीजिए मेरा सुनने के बाद। अगर आप कोई कंपनी में जॉब करने जा रहे हैं और आपको पता चले कि इस कंपनी में 10,000 लोग हैं, बट हर महीने एक आदमी की बलि लेती है ये कंपनी, हर महीने एक आदमी मरता है इस कंपनी में, द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ डाइंग एवरी मंथ इज 1 in 10,000, बट दिस इज हाउ इट इज। विल यू जॉइन? एंड इट्स श्योर, एक तो मरेगा ही मरेगा। विल यू जॉइन दैट कंपनी? कौन मरेगा मालूम नहीं, रैंडम है।
नो सर।
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's clear, na? Good enough.
नो सर।
That's the answer I was expecting. It is done. Thank you very much. So कोई जना है जो मेरा कंपनी पे ट्रस्ट किया है, मेरे ऊपर ट्रस्ट किया है कि मुझे ज्वाइन किया है, कि वो लंबे समय तक एम्प्लॉयड रहेगा, उसका ग्रोथ होएगा, उसकी सेफ्टी रहेगी। That's what an employee expects from an organization. So they are my second stakeholder. So I am responsible for the safety of their life, livelihood and dignity. आपको पता लगे आप रोज जाएंगे काम पर, दिन में 3 बार गाली खाने को मिलेगी पक्का, बट बाकी सब बहुत अच्छा है, बट 3 बार आपको भयंकर बेइज्जत किया जाएगा। आप जाएंगे क्या ऐसी कंपनी में?
नो सर, ऑब्वियसली
नहीं जाएंगे।
No, sir.
Exactly. So my second responsibility is to make sure that the life, livelihood and dignity of my people is preserved at all costs. My third stakeholder is the customer. This customer trusts me and hands over his billions worth of asset to me to take care of it. मेरे लिए वो एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का फेलियर है, बट उस कंपनी के लिए वो बिजनेस का फेलियर हो सकता है। His billions worth of investment, his entire business plan is at stake if I don't perform. So वो मेरा थर्ड कंसर्न रहता है कि my customers should get more than what they have. फोर्थ स्टेक होल्डर होता है गवर्नमेंट। आपको सारे लॉज फॉलो करना चाहिए, आपको टैक्सेस टाइम पर देना चाहिए, आपको सारे ड्यूटीज टाइम पर देना चाहिए, जो नॉर्म्स बनाए हुए हैं आपको फॉलो करना चाहिए, बिकॉज इफ यू डोंट डू दैट दे कैन शट डाउन योर कंपनी। फिफ्थ स्टेक होल्डर इज सोसाइटी। Whatever we are getting drawing is from the society, so it is naturally our concern to give it back to the society in one way or another. तो ये सारे concerns, ये सारे pressures हर वक्त रहते हैं, हर वक्त। कभी कोई सा थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाता है, कभी थोड़ा सा कोई सा कम हो जाता है, बट एक constant load हमेशा इन 4-5 pressures का रहता है।
Understood, sir. So
Thank you.
sir, the second question is, what technical skill do you recommend to a student who want to secure an internship or a job with your organization or your industry?
जी, हम तो पावर इंडस्ट्री में हैं, तो आपका जो नॉलेज है, आपका जो क्वालिफिकेशन है, वो पावर इंडस्ट्री में होना चाहिए।
Okay, sir.
और आपको पावर में इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आप जाना ऑटोमोबाइल में चाहते हैं और जस्ट बिकॉज और कहीं इंटर्नशिप नहीं मिल रहा है और आप मेरे आना चाहेंगे तो हम नहीं लेंगे। यू शुड बी लुकिंग टू बिल्ड अ करियर इन पावर इंडस्ट्री।
that mean we must interested in the field. Okay.
In the power field, I do not know how you call it these days, but
Okay.
power generation. Mainly, you should be interested in power generation.
Okay, sir. So, sir, the third question is, what the proficiency requirement for the candidate who want to go in the core job?
What is core job?
Sir, mechanical jobs, sir, electrical jobs, or civil jobs. These are.
पहले तो मैकेनिकल सिविल इसका डिग्री होना चाहिए.
Yes,
That's the basic. बस वो होना चाहिए, उस पर आपका इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए. बाकी मैंने इतना सारा लंबा सारा थर्ड स्लाइड में एक्सप्लेन किया ही है. व्हाट इज नॉलेज, व्हाट इज स्किल एंड व्हाट्स माइंडसेट.
Okay, sir.
This presentation is available with Manish, so
Okay, sir.
if you people want, you can take it from him.
Sir, in your.
Sure, sir.
ये आप अकेले खुद के सारे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं या आपने सबसे इकट्ठे करके?
No, sir. ये इकट्ठे गए हुए क्वेश्चन.
सिर्फ आपके क्वेश्चन है तो थोड़ा दूसरों को भी चांस दे दीजिए.
Sir, actually, stage is all others too.
ठीक है. Let us have some more questions. If then we have time, then we come back to Gajendra.
Okay. Can anybody want to ask other questions? Anybody?
Otherwise, Manish, you will have to make people volunteer. See, एक अच्छा चांस है आपके पास अपने डाउट्स क्लियर करने का. हो सकता है मैं ज्यादा अच्छे आंसर न दे पाऊं, बट एटलीस्ट आप अपने अच्छे क्वेश्चंस तो सामने रख पाएंगे. Asking questions helps a lot in life.
We all
Sir, I have a question not related to engineering, but sir, for regular life, like, can be a person be a successful without having a good marks or like book knowledge?
यार मैं तो फेल हो गया था, इससे ज्यादा खराब मार्क्स क्या होंगे?
No, sir, actually nowadays whenever you go everywhere, like everyone wants a higher marks, higher percentage. So
It
that's
takes more time. If you don't have good marks, it takes more time. That's all. But if you see, success तो short term में measure नहीं की जा सकती. Success ultimately आप जैसा मेरा एज में आ जाएंगे, आई एम नाउ 52, तो आप मेजर करेंगे आप सक्सेसफुल हो गए या नहीं. और अगर आपके पास सपोज डी में मार्क्स कम हो गए, तो आप एक अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट से, मतलब कैपेबिलिटी है तो अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट से एमटेक कर लीजिए, अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट से एमबीए कर लीजिए. यू कवर अप फॉर दैट लॉस ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इन द फर्स्ट फेज ऑफ लाइफ. भाई आपके मार्क्स कम आए हैं तो सामने वाला क्या देखता है, या तो इसमें अक्ल नहीं है या इसके ऊपर ये मेहनत नहीं करता है. यही दो मतलब है.
Yes.
तो आप उसको प्रूव कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट टाइम तो उस बार मेरे मार्क्स कम आए थे, अभी मेरे मार्क्स बहुत बढ़िया है. तो
Okay, sir, thank you.
मैंने कंपनसेट कर प्रूव कर दिया कि आपका जो दोनों डर है वो गलत है. तो एनीबडी
Yes,
एल्स? थैंक्स.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
नो फेलियर इज फाइनल. यस प्लीज नरेश.
सर हमने 2020 में जब लॉकडाउन लगा था 19 मार्च 2020 के, उसके बाद सर हमने एक सोशल प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया था, इमरजेंसी रेस्पॉन्स टीम. सर उसके अंडर सर मेरे अंडर मैं कोऑर्डिनेटर था और उसका एक कोऑर्डिनेटर उसमें उर्वशी भी है. सर हम 4 कोऑर्डिनेटर थे. तो सर मेन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हम 2-3 पे रहती थी. तो सर हमारा सिस्टम ये था कि हम 25 जनों की हम हैंडल करते थे, सिर्फ 3-4 जने. सर वो प्रोजेक्ट हमसे सर लंबा दिन टिक नहीं पाया, अराउंड 1-2 महीने टिका हमसे पूरा. सर उस टाइम जब हमने इसको पूरा हैंडल किया पूरी टीम को, और उसके साथ हमारा और भी वॉलंटियर्स थे, 25 तो हम पूरे थे, उसके अलावा अराउंड 100+ और वॉलंटियर थे. सर हमें जब ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट चलाया तो हमें लगा सर हमने बहुत सारी स्किल्स हमें किसी ने सिखाई नहीं, और जब सिखाई नहीं और हमें कुछ आती भी नहीं है, फिर भी हम थोड़ा मोटा लीड कर रहे थे, लेकिन उसके बाद और हम नहीं कर पाए, फेल हो गए. सर इसका रीजन मुझे अभी भी नहीं पता चल रहा कि हम छोटी मोटी चीजें और सीखते भी हैं, लेकिन उसको क्लियरली मतलब एकदम परफेक्ट टारगेट पे नहीं जा पा रहे, थोड़ा चलता है अच्छे से, उसके बाद फेल हो जाते हैं। टारगेट क्लियर है फिर भी हम फेल हो जाते हैं। इसका सर रीजन मुझे अभी भी नहीं पता चल रहा, ना उस पर वापस सही से मैं काम कर पा रहा हूँ। तो सर इसका क्या, इसके ऊपर हमें कैसे काम करूँ नए तरीके से?
आपको सचिन तेंदुलकर नाम का आदमी का नाम सुना है?
यस सर।
सचिन तेंदुलकर गॉड ऑफ क्रिकेट बोलते थे।
ऑफ कोर्स
यस
सर।
सर।
डिड ही हिट सेंचुरी इन एवरी मैच?
नो।
कितने सारे मैच रहे होंगे जिसमें वो 0 पे आउट हुआ?
नॉट सो।
बहुत सारे सर।
बहुत सारे होंगे ना।
यस सर।
वो जो मेसी, लियोनेल मेसी जो है बड़ा अच्छा प्लेयर है, रोनाल्डो है, माइकल जॉर्डन रहा है, उनका हर स्ट्रोक वो बास्केट में या गोल में जाता है क्या?
नो सर।
But why Lionel Messi has maximum number of goals in his name?
Sir, because he have maximum attempts.
Exactly. Exactly. Very nice answer. Kritine. Correct?
Sir.
बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. Because he tried maximum number of times. Sachin Tendulkar played maximum number of matches. And he did not let one failure or one unsuccessful attempt define his future. तो आप एक बार फेल हो गए, congratulations, at least you tried. Now at least you know, like Edison had said, Thomas Alva Edison, that I know 2000 ways how not to make a battery.
Yes sir.
So at least अभी आपको ये तो मालूम है कि क्या क्या करने से प्रॉब्लम होता है या क्या क्या नहीं करने से प्रॉब्लम होता है कुछ तो. Today you are more knowledgeable and experienced than before.
Yes.
जब आप next attempt करेंगे, you will not start from zero. You already have a platform built for yourself.
Yes sir.
First, you should rejoice the fact that you dared. Don't be sad that you failed. Be happy, enjoy, celebrate the fact that you tried. एक नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट करो, आपस में बातचीत करो, एक विन लॉस एनालिसिस करो कि जो अच्छा हुआ वो क्यों अच्छा हुआ और जो बुरा हुआ वो क्यों बुरा हुआ, या जो अच्छा नहीं हुआ क्यों अच्छा नहीं हुआ. थोड़ा तुमको उससे नॉलेज आएगी. अपना सीनियर से, मनीष से, आनंद से, बाकी प्रोफेसर से डिस्कस करो. They may be able to guide you from their rich experience. And next time you will be better. Falling or failing is not a problem. Falling or failing backward is a problem. You should always fall or fail forward. आप गिर भी रहे तो आगे की तरफ गिरो, ताकि जब आप खड़े होगे, कभी इमेजिन करके देखो, अगर आप आगे की तरफ गिरोगे तो जब आप खड़े होगे, you will stand up at a spot which is ahead of where you fell from. Just imagine करके देखिए आप सब लोग, फिजिकली भी. आपको पैर को आगे लाने के बाद ही आप उठ पाएंगे. अगर आप आपका पैर वहीं रखेंगे जहां से आप गिरे थे, आप उठ ही नहीं सकते. प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. That पैर आगे लेना is the lessons you learned from that previous failure.
Yes.
Get up, try again. You maybe Abraham Lincoln is the most famous example of failing forward. वो गांव का पंचायत से लेकर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, मतलब जो भी सीनेटर तक का कोई इलेक्शन जीता नहीं. And the first election he won was of the president.
Yes sir.
बट उसने हर बार जो इलेक्शन लड़ा नेक्स्ट, वो पिछले लेवल से बड़ा इलेक्शन लड़ा. आप कभी वो किसी मेले वगैरह में गए जहां होता है कि 7 आपने लगाया 7 के लकी 7, बिलो 7 आपने लगाया और आ गया तो 200 100 का 200 मिलेगा, और 7 में लगाया 7 मिला तो 300 मिलेगा. तो लकी 7 में कोई हार ही नहीं सकता अगर वो पेशेंस रखे तो. कैसे कभी है तो वैसे अलग से पूछना, मैं बताऊंगा. लकी 7 में हारना इम्पॉसिबल है, बट मेजॉरिटी हारती है.
Yes. Yes sir. सर उस प्रोजेक्ट के बाद भी मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट किया था, लेकिन उसमें मैं फेल हुआ था कम्युनिकेशन के कारण।
हाँ।
मैंने
तो अभी आपको
एक
रूट कॉज मालूम है? रुकिए, आपके पास रूट कॉज मालूम है, कम्युनिकेशन
Yes.
कांड से हुए,
यस सर।
सो यू इम्प्रूव योर कम्युनिकेशन। आज आप सबने मेरे को बात करते हुए सुना है, और आप अंदाज लगा सकते हैं कि अगर मैं इस पोजीशन पहुंचूं तो मेरा कम्युनिकेशन कैसा होगा। हाउ मेनी मार्क्स विल यू गिव मी आउट ऑफ 10 ऑन कम्युनिकेशन? 5 तो देंगे आप सब लोग 10 में से।
Sir, 10 out of 10.
मैं एटलीस्ट 5 तो देंगे। जब मैं पहली बार डिबेट में पार्टिसिपेट किया था क्लास 9th में, आपने वर्बल डायरिया का अगर नाम सुना होगा तो मैंने वो किया था, आंख बंद, हाथ पीछे, स्टैंडर्ड टी पोजीशन में, एंड आई वॉमिटेड एवरीथिंग विच आई हैड लर्न। वो जो ब्रेथलेस गाना है ना शंकर महादेवन का,
यस सर,
सुना है ना आप लोगों ने एक सांस में, वो मेरे उस डिबेट से ही इंस्पायर्ड एक्चुअली।
यस सर।
दैट वाज माय कंडीशन। ऐसा आंख बंद करके बोल दिया। So from there मैं उस दिन बोलना रोक सकता था अपना, अरे यार मेरे से तो बोले नहीं जाता, मैं तो बोल ही नहीं पाता हूँ। एंड देन उधर से आज तक इट हैज बीन अ लॉन्ग जर्नी। और क्या मेरे सारे भाषण बहुत अच्छे जाते हैं क्या? ऑल स्पीचेस मेरा वर्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन वाज व्हेन आई वाज स्टॉप्ड टू स्पीक विद इन 15 seconds ऑफ माय स्टार्टिंग। वो जो मैं आपको बताया था ना, 50 सेकंड कस्टमर ने इंक्वायरी दिया था टिसन ग्रुप में, 51 ने तो भगा दिया। सो दैट 50 सेकंड कस्टमर हैड एक्चुअली स्टॉप्ड मी फ्रॉम स्पीकिंग विद इन 15 seconds ऑफ स्टार्टिंग। बट आई इंसिस्टेड, उसको पटाया, जो भी किया, उससे इंक्वायरी तो निकलवाया। तो फेलियर होते रहेंगे, आपको रूट कॉज मिलता जाए, एक एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते रहिए। एक बार में आप सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते, और एक एक करके सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो सकते हैं। But you have to be at it continuously. The tenacity which we saw in slide 3 or 2, slide 2, tenacity, that's very important. Being at it continuously.
Yes sir.
Next, somebody.
Sir, is there an classical roadmap to get a white collar type job?
Be very good at gray color.
Sir, like
बस जो तुम्हारा फाउंडेशन है ना, वो अगर स्ट्रांग नहीं है,
yes,
तो आपका बिल्डिंग स्ट्रांग नहीं हो सकता। अगर वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर 110 मंजिल ऊपर था तो कम से कम 30 मंजिल नीचे भी गया होगा।
yes.
तो इफ यू आर नॉट गुड एट व्हाट यू आर डूइंग,
Yes,
you cannot expect. That's the simple roadmap. Be good at whatever you're doing. अगर मुझे मेरा ग्रे कॉलर टू व्हाइट कॉलर शिफ्ट हुआ सीमेंस में, क्यों? क्योंकि मैं अपना वो मेंटेनेंस सब्जेक्ट में अच्छा था।
yes, sir.
मैं चैलेंज कर सकता हूँ कि पूरा वर्ल्ड में 10 से ज्यादा लोग नहीं होंगे जो असेट मैनेजमेंट मेरे से बेहतर समझते हैं। और मैं ये 44 कंट्रीज, मोर देन 300 कस्टमर्स के साथ एक्सपीरियंस करने के बाद बात करें। एंड माय कस्टमर्स हैव बीन लाइक Fortune 100 companies also. So I was good at asset management. That is why whatever Siemens or ThyssenKrupp or now Stiag has happened, the root is asset management. There I am the champion.
So like you are good at asset management.
Asset management.
Did you have a like a particular degree or course done on it? Like it's a Vyavaharik Gyan type?
No, it's very, no, it's not only Vyavaharik Gyan. I have written a lot on it. I have read a lot on it. I am author of many subject items on it. I have created my own models through experimentation. So पढ़ाई बहुत. So it's not only Vyavaharik, it's a mix of पढ़ाई and
Sir, like I'm trying to ask, like I want to get in marketing and I'm a BTech pursuing student. Sir, that can be a mix match or possible.
You can do MBA. और जैसे मैं मेंटेनेंस करता था, मेंटेनेंस का मार्केटिंग करने लग गया। तो मेंटेनेंस जो प्रोडक्ट मुझे मालूम था, मार्केटिंग का स्किल मैंने सीखा। And I augmented it with lot of learning. As I said, I have read more than 2,000 books in life. I'm a voracious reader.
Yes.
Okay, so last question. Anybody? I see lot of girls, but nobody is speaking. I don't like it. So now this last question has to come from some girl. पता नहीं क्यों हमारी लड़कियां ऐसे पीछे पीछे छुप के रहती। Manish, you have to nominate some girl. I am seeing one name at least. If Sita is there.
Anybody who wants to come forward? Or I should name somebody.
You name somebody. Somehow हमारे यहाँ volunteering का interest नहीं.
So I am naming Saurabh.
No,
Saurabh,
some female.
Are you online?
Manish, some female. Some female.
Some female. Girl. Sakshi. I am naming Sakshi. Sakshi, are you online? Sakshi.
Priyanka. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Yes, Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Priyanka, आप बोलिए.
Sir, can I know that what's going on, sir? I just joined it meeting.
Okay, then somebody else because she missed, I think, the whole discussion. Anyway, क्या लड़की में किसी की हिम्मत नहीं हो रही है? सारे लड़कियां जीत के आई।
Yes, sir.
Sakshi.
Hello. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, Saurabh.
Sir, as I know that Stake is working with various thermal power plants, and one of it is in Gujarat. So I wish to ask that what is it that you do with the power plants? Like they already have engineers, they already have maintenance operational engineers also, they have chemical engineers that are working for them. So how does it make your electrical and mechanical engineers work for them? And what are the skills that basically which you need in your engineers? Because you see, power plant has already hired many people to work for them. Why is it that they need your
answer से लंबा नहीं होना चाहिए दोस्त. Should be crisp in your question. So why do people hire STI when they could do it themselves? Okay, so see, outsourcing of asset management or O&M is a policy decision. आप खुद कर सकते हैं या कंपनी से करवा सकते हैं. There is no difference. When it comes to level 1 O&M,
मैसेज आया था हनी का, मैंने तो हाँ बोल दिया था.
Manish, you will have to mute yourself, I think. Yeah. So there is no difference when it comes to level 1 job. The difference which we bring in is the level 2 and level 3 competence that we bring in. क्योंकि हम तो 10 पावर प्लांट का काम करते हैं, तो मेरे पास रिसोर्सेज ज्यादा है, मेरे पास एक्सपीरियंस ज्यादा है, क्योंकि मैं 10 प्लांटों से सीखता हूँ. जो ओनर है उसका अगर एक प्लांट है तो वो एक ही प्लांट से सीख रहा है. 10 प्लांट के लिए बैकअप इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करना मेरे लिए आसान है. एक प्लांट का आदमी जो है वो उसके लिए उतना इजी नहीं है. He can't afford it. Afford it in the sense it's be underutilized. That's the difference we have. We have a software division, we have an engineering division, we have a training center, we have a technical services division, which I can afford because I support 10 plants. If there is only one plant, he cannot afford to have all those competences with them. So that is why many people decide to go outside. Like NTPC does not outsource, because NTPC के अपने 20 plant है. So the kind of infrastructure which I can develop, they can develop it even better. But people who have only 1 plant or 2 plants, they cannot have this level 2 and level 3 support, which we can provide.
And what is it that you look in your employees, especially engineers?
थोड़ी देर पहले बताया ना स्लाइड 2 में और स्लाइड 3 में, नॉलेज का मतलब क्या होता है, स्किल का मतलब क्या होता है, माइंडसेट का मतलब क्या होता है, वही देखते हैं हम क्या, कोई भी कंपनी यही देखती है.
Yes, sir.
जो हम कुछ स्पेशल डिमांड नहीं करते, हमारे कुछ हीरे मोती जड़े हुए लोग नहीं चाहिए हमको. सिंपल इंजीनियर्स चाहिए जो 3 पैरामीटर्स में फिट बैठते हैं. So Kritne, you wanted to ask one question last.
Yes, sir. Actually, it has been compiled in the previous question my fellow has asked. Like,
Okay.
what do you see in your candidate as being a recruiter?
So this is the 3 parameters. They say knowledge, skill, and
Okay, thank you, sir.
mindset. So Manish and all colleagues, thank you very much for your patient hearing. If even 1 minute out of this 80 odd minutes was useful to you, I think it is worth the effort. So goodbye everyone. Have a great life. Choose your time sensibly. How will you spend, invest, or waste your time? Choose it simply. Okay, bye bye.
Can I ask you a last question, sir, please?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Gajendra है हमें
Gajendra.
2 जगह
It
से.
is Gajendra.
Yeah, Gajendra.
सर
बोलिए.
सर अपन इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हैं, ओके सर. सो सर आपके पर्सपेक्टिव में सर कितने % ऑफ एकेडमिक्स सर काम आएगा हमारा आगे जाके, जो जब हम एज एन जॉब करेंगे उसमें?
See, फाउंडेशन तो आपका नॉलेज ही है.
यस सर.
एवरीथिंग इज ऑन टॉप. अभी आपने 21 सब्जेक्ट पढ़े हैं मोस्टली. हमारे टाइम पे 21 सब्जेक्ट होते थे जो हम 4 साल में पढ़ते थे. अभी भी ऐसे ही कुछ होगा. आपको कोई भी एक सब्जेक्ट पूरा काम नहीं आएगा, कोई भी सारे 21 सब्जेक्ट काम आएंगे, ऐसा भी नहीं है. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन विच फील्ड यू विल एंटर, देयर विल बी फ्यू सब्जेक्ट्स which will be useful one way or another. बट ग्रेजुएशन में सबके बारे में अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना जरूरी है, वरना आपको पता कैसे चलेगा कि मुझे कौन सा फील्ड में जाना है. अगर आपने ऑटोमोबाइल पढ़ा ही नहीं तो ऑटोमोबाइल में इंटरेस्ट कैसे जाएगा, या पावर जब पढ़ा नहीं तो उसमें इंटरेस्ट कैसे जगेगा. अगर आपने इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ा नहीं तो उसमें इंटरेस्ट कैसे जगेगा. सो इंटरेस्ट उसमें जगने के लिए तो पहले उस बारे में मालूम होना चाहिए ना.
यस सर.
आप जब शर्ट खरीदने जाते हैं तो 10 शर्ट देखते हैं, फिर उसमें से कोई एक खरीदते हैं.
यस सर.
बट वो 9 शर्ट वहां पर आपको वो 10वीं शर्ट चूज करने में हेल्प करती है. अगर हम वहां पे सिर्फ एक शर्ट रख दें, then how do you know whether what you are buying is good or not?
यस सर.
ठीक है. I think this is enough now and bye bye.
Okay.